Have you ever had to design a talk or a course and you needed to decide how much content to add? This is Bruce, and together we are Grokin. When I'm working on a talk or some material that I need to record or a book, one of the first things that I do is try to distill the topic to its essence. So one of the things that typically happens to me is that I often dance around a concept before I have it together. So take the idea of Elixir. To me, it's taken me 4 years of teaching Elixir to understand that Elixir is reduce. And I want to show you a little bit of a video that we played at one of our conferences as I was just starting to put this idea together. I think the main lesson here is that we need to allow enough time for our brains to kind of work on a problem, especially with something important like a keynote or a course. You can't rush the creative process, and this video was kind of a sign that we were almost ready to kind of move forward with our contents. It turns out that later in this conference, there was a man named Melvin Cedeno that gave a talk, and the main concept of the talk was that Elixir is reduce. I knew that we would have to redefine all of our course materials that we built so far, and we did. People were able to understand our concepts, and even when we did more remote trainings, they became more and more effective because we had the right abstraction for the idea. So I think in terms of distilling a concept, the first piece of advice that I have for you is to take your time. The second piece of advice that I have for you is to be willing to cut. One of the things that happened with the Groxio courses is that instead of trying to say, hey, this is OTP, these are all of OTP's features, what we did instead was we scrapped all of that and we said we're going to teach 3 things. Developer confidence by letting them have their hands on the wheel. Developer abstractions like this one. OTP is about reduce. And then we were also going to teach design. We were going to let our trainees work together and build the best courses that we could. And what happened when we were done was that we had distilled the concept to something that somebody could absorb, and we had the time to repeat those concepts and let those ideas sink in. So when you need to communicate something technical, make sure that you distill your concepts. That means you have to leave enough time to do so, and that means that you have to be able to work with less. And I promise you, if you do those 2 things, you'll be glad you did. I'm Bruce, and together we are Grokin.